Let's now move on to our next story. It's about Mohammed bin Salman, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia and perhaps the most powerful man in West Asia. Until 2015, few people outside the kingdom had heard his name. But today, this 37-year-old prince is now the de facto ruler, one of the world's leading oil exporting countries. As if that wasn't enough, he's now added another jewel to his crown, a new position of power. He has now been named Saudi Arabia's Prime Minister, a position that further tilts the balance of power in his favor. This decision has been taken by the Crown Prince's father himself, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud. On Tuesday, he passed a royal decree naming MBS to the post. This decision was followed by a high-level meeting. It was held on Tuesday evening. In attendance was, of course, the Saudi king, Crown Prince MBS and a host of other Saudi officials. And this was essentially MBS's first appearance after being named the Prime Minister, a position that makes him all the more powerful. Let's give you a little bit of background. He was already the heir to the throne, and now the post of Prime Minister only cements his accession further. It's remarkable to say the least. At the age of 37, this prince has achieved far more than any royal in the Saudi history. Look at his profile. Besides being the Crown Prince and now the Prime Minister, MBS also serves as the chairman of the Council of Economic and Development Affairs, a sub-cabinet which manages all of Saudi Arabia's internal affairs. And besides this, MBS also serves as the chairman of the Council of Political and Security Affairs. This is another sub-cabinet. It looks after national security. And remember, he holds these top positions despite being his father's seventh son. This is unusual by Saudi standards. If we go by the precedent, it is the senior-most royal who usually gets the top posts. But MBS has bypassed various members of his family to be installed to the topmost offices in the country. And when he becomes king, he will be the first Saudi monarch to be the grandson of Saudi Arabia's founder king, Abdulaziz Al Saud. Until now, the throne has passed from one elderly brother to another, all of whom happen to be the sons of the late founder. MBS is all set to break that wheel. Whenever he becomes king, he will be the first monarch from a new generation of royals, a generation of King Abdulaziz's grandsons. If there was any doubt about this, his appointment as Prime Minister now settles all of them. It essentially formalizes his role as the head of government and could begin a slow but steady transfer of power in the kingdom. But until then, King Salman remains Saudi Arabia's monarch. And this story is still developing. We'll, of course, be tracking it closely. WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.